Hello again. Okay, going into part 3 of Lucy, the Eternity She Wished For. Yes, last we left off, we got a bit of character development, well, not character development, but backstory for our nameless protagonist. Which I gave a name, but no one's ever actually called him by name. Anyway, yeah, apparently he's been, like, emotionally and physically abused by his father growing up, and his parents are kind of against technology and stuff, so that's where he got that from. And things are rather uncomfortable between him and his father right now. Let's see where it goes. 10 minutes have passed. Oh yeah, and he's about to have breakfast. Only now I feel more awake. It's a pain how my body's really slow to start stuff up. Yeah, I can relate. I'm not a morning person. I begin to feel hungry. The smell of Lucy's cooking motivates me to drag myself out of bed. I head straight to the kitchen table. That's not the kitchen. Where's the kitchen? I'm stunned by the veritable feast laid out before me. A cloud of white steam is rising from the bowl of rice. The soup is boiling with intensity. Soup for breakfast? The sound it's making is music to my ears. There's a perfectly prepared fish along with a variety of side dishes. It'd be shameful to compare this to a lunchbox from a convenience store. Appearing to have sensed my delight, Lizzie smiles pleasantly. Her voice is full of tease. Ahem. I feel a sense of defeat. I begin to feel frustrated for no particular reason. Frustrated? What? I want to say something in reply, but decide to hold back. I take a seat in silence and lift my spoon. How does it taste? I haven't taken a bite yet. What's the rush? Just hold on a second. Yes, please start before the food gets cold. Lucy takes a seat at the opposite end of the table. While striking a sly pose with a hand on her chin, she urges me to eat. As if the food was suddenly going to disappear if I didn't start soon. She's gazing at me intently. She's trying not to make it obvious, but I can tell that she's very eager to see my reaction. Whatever I say next will decide what her face will show. I take a spoonful of the glossy white rice and put it in my mouth. It's good. Perfect flavor and texture. While I'm at it, let's try some side dishes too. Marvelous. Julia isn't lying about her cooking skills. Let's be fair, though. She probably knows only the best recipes from around the world. Are those mouth sounds really necessary? Sorry. And since she's a robot, there wouldn't be any inconsistencies in her cooking. If they had programmed her to be a top-level chef, then this was to be expected. Damn her with faint praise here, come on. Nothing to be surprised about. But a robot's just a robot. She wouldn't be able to top something that Mama used to make, as they say. Although personally, I've never had an opportunity to taste my mother's cooking, so I can compare. Aha! There's another piece of backstory there. Never had an opportunity to taste my mother's cooking, so she was out of the picture very early on, perhaps, or maybe she just never cooked. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Looking back at Lucy, who is still staring at me with great anticipation, I think about what I should say. I can feel an aura of confidence around her, yet she appears to be worried at the same time. She's expecting me to say something. Finally, I make my reply. There's a choice here, too. What? You dick. Well, I'm going to save it. Like, you can't it's not an option to say it's good. It's either it's horrible or it's alright, I guess. Like, come on. You just described it as marvelous. And whatever. It's alright, I guess. Phew, what a relief. Even with my meek response, she lets out a big sigh of relief. Lucy was so worried that Master might not enjoy her cooking. Lucy was lacking the initial data. You don't need to concern yourself with that. I've been eating fast foods all my life. I'll eat anything, even if you make maybe some porridge from pig intestines. Is that how Lucy's cooking tastes like? Please forgive Lucy for her lack of skills. Lucy truly is a failure of an android. She actually looks pretty depressed about this. She looks as if she's about to run off while leaving behind a trail of tears. Am I supposed to chase after her while holding a piece of bread in my mouth or something? No, that's not what I meant. I'm saying it tastes better than what I expected. So you don't need to beat yourself up over it. Is that true? Yeah. Can Lucy really trust Master with those words? Mm-hmm. Doesn't take long for Lucy to cheer up and start humming away happily. It's nice that she's easy to deal with. They continue to eat in silence while checking up on her after every few spoonfuls. Can't tell how much time has passed. The bowl of rice I've been eating from has started to show its bottom. Still a glance at the clock. It's not yet time to leave for school. While reveling in my satisfaction, I decide to sit back in my chair to chill out for a bit. Some time passes. While cleaning up the empty dishes, Lucy asks me a question. Her tone is quite delicate, as if to smooth a small animal. Pardon Lucy for asking, but there's something she has been wondering about since yesterday. What is it? She seems to be hesitating, so I give her a little push. Go ahead. The reason my master hates robots, is it due to father's influence? Yeah, no kidding. The question catches me off guard. All the unpleasant memories involving my father come flying back. I slowly realize that my chopsticks were frozen in midair. Without missing a beat, I continued delivering the food to my mouth. In an attempt to hide my surprise, I purposely gave a curt answer. Well, I guess you could say that. Nothing will change from denying it. Put down the chopsticks and lock eyes with Lucy. The robot's just laid to waste the values and beliefs I've held for the past 18 years. Oh, is that so? Does that mean you're going to be nice to her? Keeping my eyes on the robot, I muse. Now that I think about it, I was probably brainwashed. Oh, really? Are we having some self-awareness now? By brainwashed, does Master mean... I've heard nothing but awful things about robots since I was little. Robots are bad. Robots make us ill. Robots harm society. We grew up listening to that all the time, and so it sort of just rubbed off on me. The previous generation of IT, now the new generation of robots. As long as we live sandwiched between two generations, there's bound to be people advocating against new technologies such as robots. There are plenty of people out there who are strongly opposed to the production of robots. My father is a prime example. Oh, interesting. Similar to what happened during the Industrial Revolution, the effects of this profound new technology is gradually expanding across the globe. Robots are slowly taking away people's job opportunities. Ah, that damn capitalism. Sorry. This is something, to get the risk of getting a little philosophical, this is something I think about sometimes, as technology advances, it should improve our quality of life, but because of capitalism, machines take away people's works and job opportunities. It actually makes people's lives worse, and maybe I should say corporate greed more than capitalism. Well, it's all kind of the same thing, really, but I don't know. It's just something I think about sometimes. It's the kind of thing that should make things better for people, but it ends up making it worse. Anyway, moving on. Costs less to maintain robots than to pay employee salaries. Yeah, corporate greed, like I said. Robots never complain, and they're consistent with their performance, unlike people. They don't feel any stress or pain, and they never mess around. It'd be much easier to deal with a robot than to fuss over a troublesome worker. We're only beginning to find out what kind of changes robots will bring to our society. Unemployment is getting out of control. All the newly formed jobs are being handled by robots. This is why many people shun robots. No one understands whether this is a temporary phenomenon arising from the drastic changes in their lifestyle, or if it's a type of psychological disease. Yeah, see, the solution isn't to get rid of robots. It's to, we need a government that's willing to stand up to major corporations. That's what I feel about it personally. I don't know. I probably should just play the game and not get into that. Um, so it'll only become clear as time goes on. One thing I can say for sure is that there's always been a divide amongst the population, as made evident by the Lititism movement in the early 1800s. Some are more willing to accept this new technology, while some are not. To me, a world run by robots doesn't seem too promising. It was too late by the time I had finally grown old enough to be able to think for myself. It's not as simple as just changing my perspective, because maybe I still would have turned out like this even without my father's influence. My hatred for robots. Ooh, he used the word hatred. It's pretty strong. Hatred for robots has simply become part of my life now. The most horrifying part of brainwashing is that you can never fight against it. It's technically impossible to bend someone completely to your will. You can't do anything about people acting loyal on the outside but despising on the inside. Brainwashing is different, however, because the person wouldn't have the knowledge to think for himself in the first place. And it's possible to take advantage of that bit by bit. As long as the victim never comes to realize this, he'll never be able to retaliate. There also needs to be a compelling reason for him to change. Even with a good reason, it's likely that he won't be willing to accept it, because if he did, he'd be going against all the beliefs he'd held for his entire life. Aha, cognitive dissonance. That's a well-documented phenomenon when people are presented with evidence which contradicts their beliefs, they tend to hold on to their beliefs even harder. It's a psychological thing. Anyway, moving on. It would crumble the foundation of his very existence. The older a person becomes, the harder it gets for him to admit that he has been in the wrong. Who knows, maybe I would have never come to hate robots. It's too late for me to start thinking about that now, though. What? It's not too late, come on. Give yourself some credit. The fact that you're able to admit it is the first step here. Lucy doesn't look very happy about that. Lucy really hopes that Master and his father will come to appreciate robots. And appreciate Lucy. Now here's a bit of conundrum here. Would Lucy be able to endear herself more to them by working harder and doing a good job, and thus, highlighting the reason why they hate robots in the first place? It's kind of like, this is a catch-22 here. Like, if she does a crappy job, then it might make them resent them. Like, look how crappy they are, and yet they're taking over our jobs. But if she does too good a job, then it's like, like, this is why they're taking over our jobs. It's like this is kind of in a no-win situation here. Anyway, she wants to get along with everyone. Upon hearing that, I unknowingly let out a bitter laugh. You saw what my father did when he found out you're a robot. You're asking for the impossible. Be a relief in itself if nothing happens to you behind my back. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about at this point. Missy understands that, but her wishes remain the same. I sigh softly. She's failing to think logically as a computer. It seems like she's been pretty logical. Whatever. Even after hearing that my father wants to throw you out, how could you still hope for something like that? If person A hurts person B, it's likely that person B will come to hate person A. At least that's how it is in normal human relationships. How come Lucy can't grasp this? That she's very patient and forgiving? No way. It's because she's a robot that knows how to suppress its emotions. It's because she isn't human. Lucy thinks that father is just as kind-hearted as master is. Huh. Lucy can tell. That's why she hopes that he will maintain a healthier relationship with master. With Lucy too, of course. You're already mistaken by calling me kind-hearted. And it's not just father. She just ignored me. That little master, the man at the repair shop, and the researchers at the lab, they're all nice people. To be of big help to everyone, including master, that is Lucy's mission, and her wish. Definitely sounds like something a robot would say. It doesn't seem like she's capable of sorting the good from the bad. I can't help but give a cynical reply. In the end, we're all the same. You've also been brainwashed, but in a different way. Lucy slightly tilts her head to the side. She seems to do that whenever she's confused about something. Could Master elaborate? You will love humans. That's essentially what's been programmed into your main system. You have no free will. That's an illusion. You have no choice but to act this way. She tilts her head from side to side. She doesn't seem to understand. You want to help everyone, right? Yes, of course. And you're happy with it when you help... Oops. Sorry, I clicked that too early. And you're happy when you help people? Yes, Loopy is very happy. Why do you think that you want to help others and that you feel happy once you do? Lucy has no clue. It's because the program those researchers put inside you is forcing you to feel this way. Really? Yeah. Your will and your personality are yours, but at the same time they aren't. They're from the people that made you. They programmed you this way, and you're simply following orders. You're nothing but a puppet on stage whose strings are being pulled. It may look like it's moving by itself at first glance, but it's actually being held up by wires, and there are people behind the stage controlling these wires. That's who you are. You're only moving according to how they want you to move. Pupils in Lucy's eyes diminish. She appears to be in deep thought. Lucy still doesn't understand what Master is saying. I'm saying that your actions have no actual meaning. You're just a toy made to do certain tasks at a certain time. Nothing about you is real. There's no significance. Do you understand? The mind, its emotions, and its intuition on the inside. The body, its movements, and its reactions on the outside. If they're just part of a computer algorithm created by someone, then they aren't genuine. Any gestures, any sentiments, there's no meaning behind them. I stress that idea over and over again. Something like that doesn't have any meaning. That isn't true, Master. Oh? She stars me with this sudden rebuttal. I wasn't expecting that from her. What are you talking about? There definitely is a meaning. Lucy knows. You're saying that there is a meaning? You still don't get it? You're made to be friendly with humans through a program. It's not by your own choice. Your actions and feelings are all artificial. That's why they're meaningless. It doesn't matter where Lucy's feelings come from. What? No matter who's controlling Lucy, if Lucy helps someone, that person will be happy. And if he's happy, Lucy will be even happier. Because Lucy was able to help someone in need. In the end, both that person and Lucy will be happy. And Lucy is satisfied with that. Even if she was created for this purpose. Even if she is acting on someone else's will. That's not important to Lucy at all. The fact that Lucy helped someone, how Lucy felt while helping someone, how Lucy was thanked for helping someone. Master may call such feelings fake, because Lucy was made to feel and act this way, but to Lucy, this is very much real, and this is where she finds meaning in her life. Nonsense. My name is Lucy Valentine. Lucy states her name, as if she's announcing herself before a crowd. She also did not refer to herself in third person. Oh, yeah. Hey, that's right. She said my name. First person pronoun. The name Lucy comes from a Latin word meaning light. To become a messenger of hope, that's how Lucy interprets her name. Helping people, finding a sense of accomplishment. This is what Lucy lives for. This warm, fuzzy feeling in her heart after helping someone. It's interesting. You know, I find it interesting when Lucy speaks this metaphorically like that. Even if she was made to feel this way, these feelings are definitely real to Lucy. And that is why she will continue to help people. I tried to say something back, but the words never came out. It felt as if there was something stuck in my throat. I'm just gonna read, when it slips into past tense like that, I'm just gonna read it as though it's in present tense. Because it's, anyway. It wasn't exactly because I agreed with her. It wasn't because I was touched by her words either. I actually thought she was very stubborn. Stubborn as a mule. It's rather because of how Lucy appeared so mature and real. The way she confidently stated her opinion. Nothing about her is remotely close to my idea of a robot. That's why I can only sit in silence. I had to school with my mind in the haze of confusion. He keeps going on about, oh, this is logical, oh, that's not logical, but, you know what, I'm not even going to go there. My emotions are in turmoil. He has very emotional reactions for someone who claims that his actions are based on logic or whatever. And again, we're recapping through Laws of Robotics, and they're all the same. October 14. So it's the same day. Right, because he's at school. The shrill noise of the lunchtime bell rings in the distance. Immediately, the classroom begins to bustle with excitement. As soon as the teacher leaves the room, Dr. Gears turns to face me. I just noticed that in the back wall. Isn't this supposed to be Korean? That doesn't look like Korean. Anyway. You're buying some bread, right? Come on, let's go together. He stands up and offers to go to the cafeteria with me. Even though he already has his own lunch, he's a good guy. However, I had no reason to go to the cafeteria today. Oh, today's fine. What do you mean it's fine? You're not planning to get anything? Nope, not today. Don't tell me that you're going on a diet. You're not going to grow if you starve yourself at this age, you know. No, what I'm saying is I don't need to buy anything. Come on, Gears, figure it out. Lucy made the lunch for him. That said, I quietly take out a lunchbox and place it on top of my desk. What? Dr. Gears stares at the lunchbox in astonishment. I remove the lid to reveal its contents. The food inside looks scrumptious. It's giving off a pleasant scent. The presentation is excellent. I noticed that the menu is different from what I'd eaten for breakfast. She could have just packed up the leftovers and saved herself the trouble of making something new. Does she think that I'll be pleased about this? Well, to be honest, I am a little happy. What the heck is this? Looks just like a lunchbox. Doesn't look like a lunchbox, it is one. What's going on? You couldn't have possibly made it yourself. Wow. Was it your mother? Oh. Wrong. If my new mother had actually paid that much attention to me, I could have probably grown up to be a normal human being. Yeah, I didn't think so. Then who? Could it be that you... He's pretty sharp. Seems to understand right away that it was my android who had packed my lunch. As expected from a close friend of mine. What you're thinking about is probably correct. Wow, nice going, man. Well, I don't think it's really something to be congratulated for. He's probably thinking of his significant other or something. So how many days has it been? Eh? Better not be that chick from the other class who made you this lunch. If it's really her, it's going to be over between us, you know. At this point, I realize that we aren't on the same page. With a disappointed look, I burst his bubble. Actually, this lunch is for my android. I told you about this, right? That I picked it up yesterday? Oh, really? I knew it. He just collapses onto his chair like a deflated balloon. Gives me a look of disapproval? Well, he is the one getting ahead of himself. Putting on a face that seemed to read, what did I expect from this guy? Dr. Gears continues. I have to admit it really was stupid of me to think that such a big pessimist like you could ever come close to scoring a girlfriend. Yeah, my bad indeed. I feel a sudden rush of blood to my head. I don't appreciate you talking like a big shot when you've always been single yourself. I'm just taking my time to find the perfect match. Sad excuse from an undesirable male. Decided to taunt him a little more. But think about it. You really think you'll ever find someone willing to accept your weird little hobbies? How about you try again after wiping off all that robot grease? You bastard. Talking smack just because I look a little nerdy. If you really think it's just all about looks, you'll regret it someday. I hope good-looking guys like you die alone. You know, I was about to comment on the heteronormativity of this, that Dr. Gears assumes, oh, it must be a girlfriend, not a boyfriend or whatever, and then he goes and makes a comment about a guy's looks, and now I'm wondering. Anyway, maybe I went a little too far there, but a girlfriend, huh? Never really thought about getting one. After a bit of thinking, I make a light retort. I don't care. It's not like I'll have any trouble living without one. Oh, you sure that's the case? You shouldn't lie to yourself. I'm serious. I'll eventually get married, so what's the rush? It's a little presumptuous. Wow, there's a limit to being carefree, you know. You're actually never getting a girlfriend. You're actually never getting a girlfriend until you die. And I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. Come on, let's be a little more honest with ourselves. Don't you at least have a couple of girls that you're interested in? Ones at our school are mostly pretty cute, after all. Someone I'm interested in, huh? Who do I enjoy being around with? I don't manage to come up with an answer. It's because I've never cared for something like that. I mean, I was making a comment about heteronormativity earlier. Maybe our protagonist isn't heterosexual. Maybe he's not interested in girls. He could even be asexual for that matter. Like maybe he's just not interested in girls or guys. It could happen. Depends on how open-minded the author is, really. I'm going off on some really wild tangents here. I should just stick to reading the story. But if I were to think of a particular person... I don't have anyone like that. You sure? Definitely. Suspicious how you suddenly went quiet for a bit, though. You're imagining things. I'm just guessing here, but... could it be that you actually have someone that you like? I'm telling you, I don't have anyone. Surely you can't be interested in... The body suddenly tenses up. It'd be troublesome to cause any misunderstandings. Try to quiet him down. Hey, what are you talking... Me? So you got Dr. Gears. He just made the comment that protagonist is attractive, and now he's... I'm wondering, is Dr. Gears a little, closeted here, and he's projecting again? My mind goes numb for a while. Let me make myself clear that I'm not interested in that sort of stuff. Missed opportunity. Well, if you were with me, we'd look hot enough to make all the girls go crazy. But I only like women, I hope you understand. You better not be thinking about debuting as boys' love character without getting a surgery first? What kind of surgery are we talking about here? If you were in a video game, you'd be one of the most hated characters who would reduce the sales by 8% the moment you show your face. That's not true. People call me handsome all the time. Sure they do. Who exactly are we talking about? Mom and Dad. And my sister. Start to feel sorry for making fun of them. Anyway, why were you talking about my looks in the first place? Don't change the subject. You're discussing how you're going to spend the rest of your life alone. Oh, is that so? What I'm trying to say is that you should build up some experience in dating. You don't have to be in a relationship in order to avoid being alone. You can still have friends. You can have friends and then you're not alone, but whatever. Not the one to talk for others, but you're a decent-looking guy and you never talk to girls. Why don't you get some practice in? Practice? Doesn't really interest me. Take a look at some of the girls near me. They're busily chatting away with their desks put together. The topic of their conversation had nothing that I could relate to. Apart from that, it's something I wouldn't want to waste my time talking about. You try listening in too. How good looking this guy is, how good looking this guy is, which couples are breaking up, who's getting rejected, how good these makeups are, how nice these clothes are. Do you really think you'll be able to join in? He groans loudly. We turn up the difficulty setting? Are we... Is this more meta fourth wall breaking here? See, of course you can, since all you ever think about is your dumb robots. How dare you? If I wanted to, I'm no different. What did you say? So no different from you. I wouldn't be able to talk to them either. The high-pitched voice of the girls across the room invade my ear canals. They make my head hurt. One day I'll also succumb to the reproductive instincts in our DNA and get myself one of those high-frequency wave emitting creatures to live together. So we got some, some technophobia, some hints of transphobia, and got some misogyny here. Our protagonist is a real winner here. That's just, this is how he talks about women. Okay. And this weird presumption that he's going to get married someday. Like, this is... That's just how life works. It can't be helped. My body wouldn't be able to resist the temptation. Okay, moving on. There's no point in forcing myself to do something that I have no interest in at this very moment, right? However late it is, I don't mind, since I'm currently enjoying my independence. Okay, we've established that he's 18 years old. If he's... Like he's already gone through puberty at this point. If he's not feeling those kinds of urges, then talking about, oh, I'm just not feeling it yet, he's I hate to break it to you, buddy, you're probably not heterosexual. If that's how you're feeling about it. You really are something, I don't know exactly what's going on in your head, but it's definitely not normal. Like the way you make enemies out of girls just so you can sound a bit like a hipster. Shut up, that's just who I am. In time to change the subject, I shoot him a question seemingly out of nowhere. It's actually something I've been meaning to ask, though. Putting that aside, I want you to tell me something. Huh? What do you think about androids in general? Where'd this come from all of a sudden? Just answer me. What do you think about androids? I just wanted to hear what a robot expert had to say. Androids, huh? They're convenient, aren't they? They make our lives easier. They just need electricity to run and don't need to be paid a salary. They don't make any mistakes. They're friendly. The female models are pretty cute. I agree, except for the last one. That wasn't the kind of answer I was hoping to hear. I ask you a more specific question. Do you believe that androids have feelings? What? Androids. Do you believe they have feelings? I want to hear the thoughts of someone with great appreciation for androids. He's had extensive experience with a variety of models, being an avid user as well, so it's a safe bet he'd know a bit more about them than I would. To be honest, I'm not exactly sure what kind of answer I'm expecting from him. I don't know if his thoughts will affect the way I feel, but I still want to hear what he has to say. Yeah, judging from his actions in the previous scene, he's probably someone who just treats them as tools, but anyway, let's see what he has to say. For taking a while to think, he lays it on me with a straight face. Androids don't have feelings. They don't? That's what I said, they don't. Yeah, you're right. He was obvious what he was going to say. But I don't feel satisfied. How could this be? Maybe I was hoping for a different answer. What's the matter? Asking such a weird question and all. It's nothing. It just suddenly got curious, that's it. Dr. Gears is giving me a confused look. I told you this already, right? Androids are great, but you shouldn't get too attached to them. I have a feeling it might happen to you since you don't have any experience with androids in the first place. Come on, I'm being serious. Do you know why some people get so attached to androids? Why is that? It's because they want to escape from this place. I have no idea what he means by this place. No choice but to ask him again. What do you mean? In short, they want to escape reality. It's related to how fantasy movies achieve higher sales during economic depression. It's also why realistic romance movies have a hard time getting themselves into mainstream media. People can momentarily escape reality by watching fantasy movies. Romance movies need to include something glamorous or exciting in order to appeal to the audience. Not a lot of people would be willing to pay to watch something realistic because it'd be too bland. Get what I mean? Androids are like drugs. They can take care of everything you need, and you can also have a conversation with them. No matter how coldly you treat one, they will always respond with a smile. This is where a number of people get delusional. Androids are caring. Androids are kind. This is what those people believe in. But androids aren't human. They don't have any feelings. They don't actually listen to your sob stories, nor do they understand how you feel. They only pretend to. It's nice to have someone that cares about you and listens to every word you say. But these people aren't facing reality. Just like how fantasy movies aren't real. So you should never get attached to them, much like drugs. These people are merely running away from this cruel world in order to take refuge in the kindness of androids. I felt I needed to make this clear to you. Andrews don't have any feelings. His words continue to linger in my mind until the end of school. I quietly repeat these words on my way home. Countless thoughts enter and leave my mind. I find them to be mostly meaningless. I try to shut off my brain, but it's not so easy. I continue to walk in silence while staring at the pavement, just like I always do. That's why I fail to notice her presence. I hear a familiar voice. Welcome back. How was Master's Day? It was Lucy's voice. Did she step outside the house, or... I lift my head. I realize I'm home already, and Lucy is standing at the door, smiling at me. Why are you out here? To greet Lucy's beloved master. How was Master's Day? Master? I must have zoned out for a moment. Quickly recollected myself. Oh, it wasn't too bad. Really? That's good. Master? Master? What is it? Master seems a bit out of it today. Did something happen at school? No, I was just a little surprised. Surprised? Yeah. About what? She looked at me calmly. I can't help but open my mouth when I meet her gaze. But the fact that someone was actually waiting for me at home, because this never happened to me before. The house always used to be empty on my way home from school. That's why I was surprised. Something special. Master, what is it? Was Master always lonely? No, not really. Was Master always unhappy that no one was ever home to greet him? I'm telling you, I wasn't. The android standing before me remains silent for a while. Without saying a single word, she continues to stare into my eyes. I feel uncomfortable. It feels like I've told her too much. The silence continues. She doesn't say anything. She doesn't delve any deeper. Instead, she softly takes my arm and begins to lead me towards the door. It's a little chilly today. Master should hurry inside. Okay. Oh, and also, before that, please give Lucy an order. An order? What kind of order? There's plentiful artwork in this thing. Lucy reveals an angelic smile. The order to greet Master on his way home every day. With an order, Lucy will do everything in her ability to fulfill Master's wishes. Giving an order to a robot is the same as giving it a leash. That is what Lucy is willing to do for me. She's willing to trade away a bit of her freedom in order to make me happy. I guess this is her own special way of being kind. Just go ahead and do as you please. It's not like I'll hate it. Understood, Master. But it's not an order. Eh? It's not an order? No. This is just a request. I'm not forcing you to do it. So if you don't want to, you don't need to. It doesn't matter. Lucy doesn't say anything. Instead, she responds with a smile and a small nod. I guess, protagonist is slowly warming up to her, I guess. All the while being led inside by Lucy, my head continues to spin, her kind eyes full of sympathy, the comforting warmth rising from her hands, her cautious gestures full of consideration. They're all a part of someone's programming, they're not genuine. But at the very moment, I tell myself that maybe it doesn't matter so much. Even though her thoughts and actions may not be real, at the very least, she was giving me the happiness I've been missing in my life. That's why I decided to skip over the small details for now. Aw. So he's really understating how happy he was to see someone greeting him when he comes home. And the Roblox, 3D Roblox laws again. And still the same day. For whatever reason, my father came home early today. Uh-oh. Well, not exactly early, so it's already past 11 at night. Let's have a time jump here. But that's still early by my standards. For a guy who usually doesn't even bother coming home at all, he's made good time. Lucy meets him at the door. Uh-oh. She puts on her usual bright, cheery smile. Welcome home. How was Father's Day? She doesn't seem to be affected by my father's ferocious stare at all. I expect her to be able to keep up with his behavior just fine. Please let Lucy take Father's coat. At first he seems like he's going to flat out ignore her and walk away, but he abruptly stops in his tracks as if he's changed his mind about something. I'm hungry, he murmurs with an unpleasant look on his face. It's his first early return in a long time, that's what he decides to say. Lucy looks puzzled, but only for a brief moment. Come on, Lucy, get on the ball. Make some food for him. Understood. Father is hungry. Her face appears to brighten up a little. It seems that she was happy to see my father's first request. She might be thinking that my father has finally accepted her. Oh well, one can dream, I guess. Lucy will have the food ready soon, so please wait. Lucy is about to hurry over to the kitchen. I stop her immediately. Lucy stares at me in confusion. Master? Her eyes seem to be asking why I stopped her. I'm having trouble putting into words, but I managed to utter the following. I'm also... Yes? I'm also hungry. But Master already ate just a moment ago. That's true, but I continue to insist through a silent stare. Hope that Lucy catches on. Understood. Dinner for two it is then. So he's sort of subtly saying that he wants to eat with his dad, I guess. With that subtlety, he quickly disappears into the kitchen. And I'm suddenly left alone with my father. The atmosphere grows very stiff. Is he going to try to make up with him? He passes me a look but doesn't say something. I can also sense his discomfort. It's because of what happened yesterday. I feel even more anxious after remembering that. It feels like I'm lying on a bed of needles. If my time at home feels this agonizing, where exactly am I supposed to find my peace and comfort? I decided to stay locked up in my room until Lucy finishes preparing our dinner. Well, so much for that. Thought maybe he was... whatever. Later, Lucy summons me to the kitchen. Take a seat at the table and begin to eat. Beside my father, Lucy is waiting intently for his reaction. Just like when she first cooked for me, her eyes sparkle while awaiting the final verdict. Does the food taste all right? She's obviously expecting a positive reply. There's no way my father would compliment a robot. As I'd expected. Cheese really are no good. No good? No matter how refined your recipes may be, you aren't fooling anyone. It tastes too bland. This won't do. He wiped his mouth with the tissue. I feel a little embarrassed because that was similar to what I told her this morning. Ah, really? That's a little disappointing. Lucy was hoping that Father would enjoy it. But that's all right. Lucy will gradually adjust her cooking to better suit Father's tastes. She will definitely make improvements, so please look forward to it. No matter what Lucy comes across, there's nothing in this world that could break a resolute smile. No, that won't be necessary. I was just testing you because I thought you might be a little useful, but that was clearly a waste of time. There's no reason to continue with such an awful meal. Hurry up and take everything away. Eh? But Father... And do not call me Father. You have no reason to address me as such. Lucy flinches. What a useless robot. I can't believe so many people are losing their jobs because of these things. He just said don't call him. She's disobeying an order again. She called him Father immediately after he said don't call me that. Even while stuttering, Lucy does not give up. There are many other things that Lucy can do better. Cleaning, doing the laundry, please leave everything to Lucy. There won't be a need for that. But Father... Now what? Lucy really can do a lot of things. Although she has failed at cooking, Lucy is sure that she could be useful in other ways. She's grinning uncontrollably. She looks like a total idiot. I feel frustrated from just watching her. If you're that confident, I suppose I can give you another chance. I'll be watching a performance. Please leave it to Lucy. That said, Lucy swiftly moves to clean the kitchen table. After watching Lucy for a while with a look of contempt, my father gets up from his seat. Do you really want to keep a stubborn thing that much? Have to make you bare your teeth at your own father? Sorry. That only happened in the heat of the moment. There's a whole underlying issue between us, and he hasn't realized it yet. But I know that it would be a waste of time to try to talk some sense into him. Pretending not to hear him, I returned to my room. Well, so much for that. I thought maybe he was going to try to make up with him, but I guess not. He just... I don't know. It seems a little odd. I mean, he requested that protagonist requested that Lucy make him a meal, even though he'd already ate. Presumably, he did that so that he could eat dinner with his dad, but then he didn't try to talk to him, so I don't know. I don't get what his motivation was there. I'm always thinking about character motivations. July 23rd. Oh, okay, we jump back. Right, let's wait for input. Hello, Doctor. Good morning. Is something wrong? Dr. Ryu? Oh, it's nothing. I'm just not used to being called that. It feels peculiar. As in being called a doctor, Dr. Ryu? Take off my glasses and rub the bridge of my nose. Yes, I can never get used to that. It always reminds me how old I am, although I'm still very young at heart. But time truly does fly in the blink of an eye. I'm experiencing it firsthand. Dr. Ryu is only in his early 30s. That's still quite young. You really think so? Well, technically it's still young. I mean, 20s to 40s, it's still young. 20 to 40, and then it's like 40 to like 65 is like middle age, and then you're old after that, so. Or so I hope. I mean, I'm 37, so still like to be able to claim that I'm young, even though I don't feel it. Of course. Lucy is beaming brightly, without a trace of doubt in her face. It pains me to see her pure, innocent smile. It's difficult to hold my gaze. I turn it away from her instinctively. Thanks. Anyway, how are the other folks around here treating you? They're all very kind to Lucy. That's good. Been worrying about that. They're teaching Lucy a lot of things. That's because you're very smart. They enjoy teaching you. Another model. Doctor, I brought the data you requested. Thanks, Andrew. Just leave it on the table. Andrew's an android that's been working here even before me. He's a fine piece of craftsmanship. I hear that Andrew used to be a high-end model in his time, and his job was to escort important individuals. Having served his time, he was retired and now lives a simple life as a patrol guard in the junkyard. He sometimes helps out at the... Oh yeah, that's where I saw him before, in the junkyard. He sometimes helps out at the lab with basic work like this, too. His job's not very sophisticated, but that's probably why he's been in use for so long. And if you'll excuse me. Lucy is also getting along well with Andrew. He's now Lucy's best friend. Oh. So how did it end up with him looking over her in the trash heap? Put my glasses back on. Sounds like you're doing well. Yes, every day is full of excitement. Is that so? Watching Lucy thrive in her youth is my only remaining pleasure in life. But at the same time, it is also one of my greatest sorrows. Have you learned anything new today? Yes, Lucy received the data for hundreds of new recipes from around the world. Sounds splendid. Then could you make something for me during your evaluation? Of course. What does Dr. Ryu want? Anything. If it's by you, anything's fine. The recipes Lucy learned today are only for French cooking. Lucy is worried that Dr. Ryu might not enjoy these types of dishes. No need to worry. I'm not too picky about food. I'll eat anything that Lucy makes for me. Doesn't matter how unpleasant it might taste. You refer to her in third person. That's not acceptable, Doctor. Oh. Here she goes defying orders again. Lucy scolds me. If it doesn't taste good, Dr. Ryu must let Lucy know. So she can study harder to make it better next time. Guess you're right. Then I'll be waiting. I'm looking forward to it. He's not going to acknowledge the fact that she seemingly went against an order that he gave him. 3 lots of rocks again. Oh, 2 days. We just went ahead 2 days. By the way, step out of my daydream. We come to, but class has already ended. Huh? What is it? Something about you seems off lately. What do you mean? Well, you seem to be staring out the window a lot more. Me? Yeah. Probably just imagining things. Oh, now it looks like you haven't even noticed it yourself. There's something you're worried about. No, nothing like that. You sure? Yeah. Well, if you say so. Alright, I believe you. Sounds as if he's doing me a favor. But I couldn't care less about whether he believes me or not. How'd your exams go yesterday? What do you think you'll get? No idea. Was it easy? Tough? Well, I wasn't particularly stuck on anything, so I guess I did alright. Way to go, smart guy. Yeah, there's a great deal coming from you. Coming from the top scorer of the entire school, to be specific. He's just making fun of me. The top scorer of the entire school, okay. Give me a bit more character backstory here. It's not like I do bad in school. I can comfortably maintain above average grades. So which course are you planning to take? Have you even thought about that yet? No, not yet. Fine with anything though, as long as it has nothing to do with robots or engineering. Hey, come on, there you go talking nonsense again. You already know how massive the robotics industry is. You're set for life and enjoying 6-figure salaries. It truly is the way to live. Life isn't all about money, you know. Are you just saying that because you want to avoid anything related to robots? I just found out it almost immediately. Yeah, it probably sounded a little cool there too. Anyway, I'm not good with robots, so I don't plan on going down that road. You're such a stubborn idiot. Putting that aside, when are you going to introduce me to her? To whom? You know, your android. One you found the other day. Oh, you're talking about Lucy. Ooh, what's with the pretty name? You must have really taken a liking to her. That's the name she came with. I didn't give it to her. Okay. But you really need to show me. I don't have any time for that. You won't find her interesting anyway. I think it'll be quite the opposite. Didn't you tell me that she's a brand new model? She must be loaded with features. You'll get to see something new. Lucy's figure appears in my mind. I wonder if she really does have any of these features he's asking for. What are these two sentences together? Her figure. What features is he talking about? He'd probably just be disappointed once he sees that airheaded idiot. Wait, no. If it's Dr. Gears we're talking about, he might actually like that side of her. A no is a no. Just give it up already. You're such a pain in the ass. Ignore him. I leave the school grounds. Why is he being so shy about showing Lucy Dr. Gears? Yeah, I wonder if this is anyway. When I look back, I notice that Dr. Gears is trailing behind me. I decided to leave him be. It's not like he's actually going to follow me all the way home. Kind of wonder if protagonist is is subconsciously like afraid of that Dr. Gears is going to talk down to her or something. Anyway, but then I saw I suddenly stop in my tracks. Ah! At first I see my eyes are failing me. We're just outside my school. There's no way she'd be here. Has to be a different person. No, a different robot with a similar appearance. That's what I thought. Same serial number. Ah, Master. But as soon as she opens her mouth, all my suspicions are confirmed. She starts running towards me. But sparing as much as a single glance, I pretend not to notice her and continue walking. Oh. Master? Master? Quit making a racket, will you? Hey, it doesn't look like someone's coming towards us. You're just imagining things again. So wait, is Dr. Gears following him home? Really? Yeah. Master! Master! I'm almost positive that she's calling out to us. Do you know her by any chance? No, it's probably someone else. I feign ignorance until the very last moment. However, it's all for naught. Lucy eventually catches up to me. Ha! Ha! My master! Sorry, is that panting? Like, does she have to breathe? Or is that laughter? I don't know. I have no choice but to stop walking. She's sweating like crazy as a robot. Sweating? As a robot. Can she get any more real? Lucy didn't know Master could walk so fast. Hey, how can you be so dense? Huh? If I ignore you on purpose, you're supposed to play along. She's tilting her head again. I shake my head wearily. I just didn't want to be seen with an android in public, but she's obviously incapable of understanding something so subtle. Yeah, you haven't figured out you have to make your orders specific. Whatever. Why are you here anyway? That's because Lucy wanted to greet Master on his way home. Aren't you supposed to be waiting in front of the house? Lucy thought it'd be more convenient if she met Master on the way back. You're wrong. In fact, it's the very opposite. You don't need to come out this far. Just wait at home next time. But, no buts. Shush. Just don't ever show up here again. Here's a clear order. Well, if Master insists. Although, she could, there is a loophole in that order. She could say, instead of showing up here, maybe she's going to show up somewhere else. But whatever. Well, if Master insists. He looks pretty disappointed. Meanwhile, Dr. Gears is drooling in excitement. Hey, who's this? Is this the android? The android? Seems to have noticed the coat on her midriff, and the object attached to her ear. Yeah, I finally give up and decide to introduce my android. This is Lucy Valentine, also known as PIM-001. I don't know much else other than that she's a new model. And since she's not store-bought, I don't have the manuals. Dr. Gears approaches Lucy at once and starts poking around everywhere. Wow. 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 Huh? Master? What is it? Would this person be Mandra's acquaintance? Yeah, unfortunately. Oh, hello, Lucy Valentine here. Please continue to take good care of Master. What the? Ow! Who do you think you are? To be saying something like that? Sorry, what just happened? Did protagonist just hit her on the head? Master, violence is bad. Her face puffs up in anger. Meanwhile, Dr. Gears is still exclaiming in amazement. Wow, all these different facial expressions. Is she really an android? Looks like a real person. Well, yeah, I was also surprised at first. I can't believe how far technology has advanced. The name's Bake Dusan. This is the happiest day of my life since that one time I won 5th place in a lottery. That sounds pretty insignificant. What's with the Bake Dusan anyway? Hey, at least remember your friend's name. considering how long we've known each other. Huh? I thought your name was Dr. Gears. It's obviously a nickname. Alright, enough of the jokes. Well, your wish finally came true. What do you think? Isn't it obvious she's the best? Hey, robot lady, did you say your name is Lucy? Yes, that is correct. Oh man, what a beautiful model. What kind of android are you, a domestic type? That's a difficult question. With countless built-in features and capabilities, Lucy was designed to fulfill a variety of tasks. Do you know how to eat? How to eat? Lucy can only pretend to eat food. She cannot digest it. Then, do you know how to cry? Lucy can simulate the effects of crying, although her tears are different than normal human tears. Ooh, and can you do something like a rocket punch? Okay, I don't know where that came from. It's been watching too much television, I'm sure. Of course Lucy can. Say what? What kind of purpose does that serve? It enables Lucy to protect her master from harm. Oh wow, really? Alright, I guess I'm all set for an alien invasion. Didn't she just, like, decry violence a moment ago? Sorry, I'm just... She just said violence is bad, but okay. I guess she thinks it isn't always bad. Oh, this is it for an alien invasion. Her creator's either a genius or not a nutcase, probably both. But to be fair, there are weirder shows out there which involve saving the universe with card games or idol singers. Maybe I shouldn't be so surprised with something like a futuristic android shooting laser beams out of its eyes. Well, anything else? Lucy isn't sure if she could call this a feature, but... Lucy is capable of performing impersonations. Huh, impersonations. Yes, she did it often back at the lab. The researchers would give Lucy a role to play, then Lucy would require the relevant information on the internet and act it out. They really enjoyed it. Huh, that sounds pretty fun to watch. Show me something right now. Who shall Lucy imitate? First, how about a secretary cheering for her boss at a golf course? It's oddly specific. Is it something like this? Wow, nice shot. That was so cool. Please have a drink. Not bad, not bad. Then how about a drunk woman in a mixer? Hey, wanna come have some fun with us pretty girls? Next up, Marie Antoinette. If they have no bread, then let them eat cake. Oh ho ho ho. Now, how about the kid detective with an adult's intelligence? One truth prevails. That must be a reference to something I'm not getting. Fear not... censored. In the name of my grandfather, I swear I shall find the true culprit. That's some reference I'm not getting. You sure you got the right show? Let's just move on, I suppose. A woman with a love for peanuts? You dare serve me these nuts in a bag? You... Get off. Turn this plane around at once. Lucy begins pointing her finger at everyone. A female college student about to fail class. Professor, I'll do anything for a passing grade. My professor would like... Ow. That's enough. How much longer are you going to go on for? Does she have no sense of shame? Did Master not enjoy it? Why don't you take a wild guess? That's weird. Everyone back at the lab liked it. That doesn't really sound like a healthy place to grow up in. But judging by how Lucy's personality turned out, let's just say that the people at the lab might be a tad eccentric. He's... sorry, protagonist is one to judge, like... considering how he treats her, but whatever. Hey, what's your problem? He's having a good time. Not me. Might be fun when you stoop down to his level. Anyway, you're satisfied, right? I'll be taking her home now. Huh? What's the rush? I wanted to stay with her a little longer. You would understand the excitement of getting your hands on the latest products on the market. Since you can see her every day. It's an awfully specific way to be jealous. Though I'm not sure if I really get what he's on about. Well, I'll be going home now. See ya. Hey, don't be like that. Let me come along with you. Hey, hey! environment, break into a mad sprint. I think this is a good time to leave off for next time. I just over an hour here. Okay. Plot's moving along slowly. Maddie D, who recommended this to me, kind of hinted that this takes a while to get going. But there's some character moments in there. See protagonist warming up to Lucy a bit, getting a little defensive, but are still not being the nicest. Actually, apparently hitting her on the head a couple of times there, but I don't know. Maybe that he did grow up in an environment where that was a way of showing love or whatever. So anyway, not gonna read too much into that. I think that's all for today. So yeah, until next time.